Welcome back guys, Card Boss here. Another video, Marvel Universe 1990 Impel PSA review. 10 slabs here that went to group submitter on a 20-day regular submission. When I say 20 days means 9 months, right? And the cost of grading on each card was, I think, was $25 shipped per card. Okay, of course, these days you can't expect to get that kind of level again, but 9 months wait, eager to check this out. If you haven't checked out my initial video on this channel about 1990 Marvel Universe, have a look at the back of that video. I will do sort of like a little update and recap on the numbers right after we do this review, so stick around for that. So let's get to the review. What I have here, first card already, PSA 8 Thanos. So not off to a great start. So now with this Marvel 1990 cards, right, during the time the cost based on each of these cards were pretty low. If you check back that video, I bought like thousands of copies of various cards and bought and sell, flipped some, and in the end I sent in like 100 plus cards. So on average, each of the cost base of each of the raw cards I have here is roughly about $10, right? So we add about a $20–$25 grading fee, or I mean roughly about like $30 per card. Some may be higher because I allocated some of the costs to the better characters like Wolverine, okay? But on average it's about 10, say $15 plus another 25, so I'm in about $40 a card. When you get a PSA 8 like this, right, it's as good as a raw, and raw for 1990 Marvel, condition depending, rarely fetches more than $10, maybe with the exception of Spider-Man. So for this Thanos here, PSA 8, I probably get like less than 20 bucks. So already starting with a down marker here. Let's move on. Another Thanos, PSA 9 this time around. Now, so with PSA 8, that's like I said, below my cost. And I think PSA 9, again, character depending, but on average, okay, for the better characters, you would probably net around 40, maybe if you're lucky, $50. So for PSA 9 Thanos, I would say I just broke even. Next up, another PSA 9 Thanos. So, yep. Here we go, boom. First PSA 10 Thor. Nice. So I want to say something is like all these cards 1990 Marvel which I submitted in, they were checked carefully in terms of centering corner, so I had to really make sure that I was sending really high quality copies, and I was not expecting, hoping definitely to knock some 10s, okay, but anything less than a 9 would be a complete disappointment for me. So having the first 3 cards here, 2 9s and 1 8s, kind of like just slightly below my average target, but this 10 here kind of like just takes away those pain from that side here. Happy to get this one. Probably gonna sell it as well. This is maybe worth about $300, so nice markup. Venom, PSA 9. Maybe slightly higher premium considering it's Venom, but again, not that much greater. Again, cost covering. Let's move on. Wolverine 10. Here we go. And this has been an X-Men new suit. Nice. That's another $300 card right here. Next up, Black Panther, another big card here. PSA 9. Stan Lee. At one point in time, PSA 10 Stan Lee was about $1,500. And I think a PSA 9 was like, what, $500? Maybe $400? This has dropped considerably. I'll be lucky if I think that I'll get like $100 for this. Still decent. Captain America, PSA 9. Again, maybe $50. Decent card. And lastly, Black Suit Spider-Man. This one on a 9, maybe a bit more than 50, but I don't think it's anything more than 100 these days. So in totality, how many 9s I got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, this is 10, 5, 6, 7. So 7 9s, I would say, cancel off each other. 2 10s and 1 8. Some profit here. Maybe around, let's say, $400–$500 profit in overall. Still alright, 10 card submission. Alright, let's get to the numbers after this. So we continue from my initial 1990 Marvel Impel video, where I combed through thousands of cards only to send in a grand total of 115. Some of the key cards are highlighted here: Wolverine, Stan Lee, Thanos, etc. So basically, this 115 cards were picked out from almost the best of the best, which anything lesser than a PSA 9 would not qualify. So you see, each card had a cost base of roughly $10, and the average grading fee is $10 or more. So if you didn't come back with a PSA 9, you're basically draining your money away, and hence every card had to be scrutinized quite harshly, I would say. Now going back to the numbers, this is the second update on my PSA submission. The first was a 3-card reveal that I sent in via a $75 express back in March. So tabulating that along with the earlier reveal, I'm basically up to 3 PSA 10s, 8 9s, and 2 PSA 8s. Now, assuming PSA 9s are the break-even based on today's pricing, I'd say I'm slightly ahead at the moment with another 102 cards more to go. Now, locating the values on these submission results and also estimating for the others. So everything works out to arrive at expected value about $5,000. And when you compare the expected value against the overall cost, the profit will be slightly in excess of $2,000. Of course, this is with the assumption that I'm getting PSA 9s on the rest of my 102 cards, which is actually very possible because I'm fairly confident about that. But I also assume that there might be a bunch of PSA 10s in there, which will pull the average numbers way higher. But conservatively, I'm still on track to make at least $2,000 from this endeavor. So before I sign off, I just want to say that the 1990 Marvel Impel was seriously hype-driven in the early part of this year. To be honest, I myself got sucked in as well. But for my case, I worked out a strategy that didn't leave much room to fail, even if the prices for a PSA 10 or a PSA 9 has come down by like 60 to 75% today. I think a lot of people got sucked into the notion of a 1990 MU as the first print of rookie cards for most of the characters. Certainly that's debatable, but I'm not going there today. Alright, thanks guys for watching. Please subscribe for more cards money investing content like this in the future. Car Boss out.